Hello and welcome to the tour and sneak peek of A Place to Be. My name is Bianca Paige Smith and I am your tour leader for today and your guide through the offerings in the Place to Be Stress Management membership. If you are watching this, you're likely here for one of two reasons. One is that you are a member of A Place to Be. Yay! Welcome! And you're probably watching this to get yourself acquainted with the lay of the land and what's available to you as you dive into the membership portal and all that I've created to support you to simplify your relationship to stress. And I'm so excited if that's the reason why you're here. I'm just delighted that you have taken the time to jump in to this opportunity, and I encourage you to go into it with your whole heart because I know that there's a lot of valuable information in here, and I pray that there's a breakthrough in here for you, hopefully more than one. Second reason that you might be watching this is because maybe you're interested in becoming a member of A Place to Be and you're wondering a little bit about what it's like. So my goal is to share this with you in the hopes that it gives you a sense of what you could expect if you decide to join us. And I'm equally excited for that as well because I recognize how valuable and important our time and our energy and our attention and our awareness are as resources that we can choose to invest in so many different things, especially in the world that we live in today. So I'm just delighted that whether you are already a member or you're considering becoming a member, that you're investing your precious, valuable resources in being a part of what we are about to do today with this short tour. Okay, so before we dive in, I would love to take a few breaths together. If you want to close your eyes, you can. I'm going to close mine. And wherever you are in your breath cycle, just start by sighing the air out of your lungs. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Last time for now, breathing in and breathing out. And if your eyes are closed, please open them when you feel ready. Okay, so we're going to dive right in here. This is my website, biancapagesmith.com. For those of you who are not already a part of A Place to Be, you can click this button right here. It will take you to the page where you can purchase your membership to A Place to Be. Okay? For those who are, and because you're here for a sneak preview into what is behind the membership doors, I'm going to log in. I'm going to show you the two different ways that you can access membership information. So you should have created a login to the website upon purchasing your membership, and that's the first thing you need to do in order to access the information. Is log in. So now you'll see here up at the top A Place to Be. Okay, I'm just going to log out and show you once more. So it's not there for people who are not already members. You have to log in order to access it. So you log in. And once you log in, you'll see it pop up. There it is. So that's the first way to access membership information. I've created this page where I plan to use this as a bit of a hub. So I've shared some information here with you, just a little bit of an intro. You can see here I go through the program structure briefly so you understand how the stress management program goes. This is our flagship program, which I intend to always have available to members, even though I will be adding tons of other stuff like workshops, Q&As, live movement sessions, things like this. So until we get to that point, which will begin in February when the doors officially open, we'll have our first live event. You have access to this stress management program. So you can see all the tracks are here. You have the welcome track, 3C's track, learn something track, do something track, and rest track. And we also have movement and yoga sessions and other resources available as a part of the program as well. They're kind of like supplementary. So this is the first way to access the information is through this page, okay? And here's the assessment as well. So this is a bit of a hub where you can access all the information that you need and a bit of instruction and guidance from me should you need that. The second way to access the information is to go to your account. So when you click on the icon in the corner here for your little self, you click on my account, it'll bring you to your account and you'll see here on the left-hand side that there's registrations, purchase packages, memberships, purchased items, etc., etc. You want to click on memberships, and if you click use this membership, it will take you to a page where you will see all of the offerings, all of the tracks that you have access to as a part of your purchased membership. Okay, so those are two ways to access the information through logging in to my website. Another way that you can access the information is by downloading the Offering Tree app. So this app doesn't work that great on desktop, but I'm going to log in anyway just so that you can see the experience. Preferably you download this for your iPad or your phone. And once you do that, you log in with the same login that you use for the website, and you'll see here My Studios. You'll see Bianca Paige Smith. So you click on that. And when you go down to the store, I think it'll probably be you'll have more features, but this is the only way I can do it on desktop. If you go to the store, you'll see that you have access here to all the tracks of the program for a place to be. When you click access now, it will take you directly to it with all the modules. Okay, so that's another way that you can access your membership information. I'm going to go back to this in a moment in terms of talking you a little bit through the self-paced program and some of my favorite parts about it. But for now, I want to show you one other resource that you have available to you. So the main resource you have available to you is access to the membership itself, right? You have this page with the information. Any and all offerings that I make available to members will show up on this page, and they will also show up in your dashboard when you click use this membership, okay? I know I'm repeating myself, but I think it's helpful sometimes. So then the last thing I want to show you before we dive into the actual details is that we have a Telegram channel, and it will have different threads. So because the membership doors haven't officially opened yet, you can see that there's not anything going on here yet. But there will be, and this will be a place where you'll have direct access to me. You'll also have direct access to other community members, and it'll be a great place where we can have conversations about things that we're learning. You can ask me questions about anything that you're curious about. It'll be a place where I'll gather information from you all in terms of what workshops you might want to see, what questions you might have for me for any upcoming Q&As, and any other things like that. It will also be a great place to check in for information like logistics and technical questions, right? Like, I don't know why, but for some reason I can't log into the portal, things like that. So when you join the membership, you will get the invitation to jump into the Telegram community, and I encourage you to do that because it will give you access to me privately. And I'm really excited to communicate with all of you and just build some community through the Telegram channel. So Those are some of the things you have available to you and ways to access them. Let's dive deeper into the actual resources themselves. So the idea behind this membership is that there will be a program, this program here that you'll go through, a stress management program, and the program itself has 5 tracks. The welcome track, and this track is really just about getting you acquainted. So when you go into it, you'll see that there's a note from me. The tour will be here, this very tour that you're watching now. There's a welcome video. There's also an audio version. That's something that is really important for me to point out to you. Every single module that has a video will also have an audio only version. And the reason why is because I'm actually an auditory learner and I prefer that. You'll also have the option to download the audio so you can just listen to it on your own. There are a lot of people who like to listen to these things on the go. I know for myself, memberships that I'm a part of, I do like to listen to them on the go. And so if I'm not going to sit down and actually watch the video of myself, right, then I'd rather just download the audio and listen to that while I'm in the car, cleaning the house, taking a walk, whatever it is. And I know from experience that can be extremely helpful because there will be some rich pieces of information in here that you may want to listen to multiple times. So you're very welcome to do that, and the audio version can be really helpful. So you've got a couple of lectures in here, a couple of modules, Intro to Stress, and then you've got a workshop, Building Awareness of Stress in Your Life. So this is the welcome track. I'm really excited in particular about this workshop, Building Awareness of Stress in Your Life. This is an opportunity for you to really get clear on what stress actually means to you. Establishing your reference point. What does stress mean to me? What do I think about it? What do I associate it with? And then maybe you'll have the opportunity to also question that a little bit, because I'll be bringing some different perspectives to the table about what stress, how people define stress, how we define stress in the dictionary, and ways to look at it to see if it can help you to get clear on what your definition of stress is and if it's supporting you in this moment or what it's revealing to you about your own way of moving through the world. So I'm particularly excited about this. You'll see a couple of other resources in here. So after every module, there's a set of reflection questions that are specific to that module. So this is after you watch the welcome module. I'm inviting you to take a moment to reflect on what brought you here. I'm inviting you to feel into what you're feeling as you begin, what your intentions are, and what your desired outcomes are. And as I said, every single module will have that. So after you get into Intro to Stress, you'll also have the opportunity to answer these reflection questions. All of these can be downloaded, so you're free to download every single reflection question page. You can put them all together and start to take notes in that way. Another thing that you will see after every module is the opportunity to reflect. So this reflection is both for me and for you. It's an opportunity for you to reflect on how your experience was of the session, but it's also really, really valuable for me to hear what your experience is so that I can offer you any thoughts. If you have any questions or concerns, I can reach out to you and share, in response to that. And also I can continue to improve this offering based off of what you're experiencing. So that's really valuable for me. Another amazing tool that I've created for you is a stress journal. There is a PDF version of this stress journal that I'm going to be uploading into the portal. So if you don't want to fill out the stress journal as an online form, you do not have to do that. If you do, just know that I will probably read it, because that's why I'm encouraging people to fill it out online, so that I can just keep in touch with how you're doing and be aware of what you're experiencing. So those are some of the resources that you'll see in every track. So I've just gone through the welcome track, but if you go to another track, let's say 3C's track, you'll see the same thing. So here's an overview. You've got your video module, you've got the audio version, you've got your reflection questions that are specific to the actual module. You can fill out your stress journal, you can fill out your reflection form of your experience, and so on. So you'll see that in every single module, okay? I've also separated them as resources here. Here's the downloadable version of the stress journal. Okay, so if you prefer to just keep this private and go through it on your own, you've got the downloadable version of it with all of the questions. So every track has the modules. Each module has a video and an audio version of the same video. Each track has a workshop. So you'll see in this 3C's track, the workshop is building habits that stick. This is another one that I love. I love this one. This workshop was recorded live with another participant who gave me their permission to share. So you'll hear some real life examples in this workshop, which is really cool. And here's the Learn Something track. So every track has its modules, has the reflection questions, has the forms, and has the resources, okay? One other thing that I wanted to show you is the stress assessment. So this is the first thing that you'll do, and I'll go back to the welcome. So you'll be encouraged when you go into the welcome track to go through the beginning of this, watch these modules, and then take your stress assessment. Okay, you'll take this assessment. Once you take this assessment, it will email you a copy of your results. Keep that email safe and use it to go through this PDF workbook where you will then understand a little bit more about your stress profile. So here I'm giving you all the tools that you need to be able to go through and develop a sense of your stress profile. When you get all the way to the end, you'll have the opportunity to put it all together. So you'll get a sense of the stressful events you're experiencing, how much of it is acute, episodic, or chronic, what are the most fulfilling and least fulfilling areas of your life. You'll get to learn about your stress tolerance point, your common response to stress, the triggers that you have, and the vulnerability factors that you have. So this is like the first step. You go through this welcome track, and by the end of it, you'll have taken your assessment and take the time to evaluate the results. Okay? From there, then you can proceed to the rest of the tracks. The order that I recommend is going through the 3C's track, then Learn Something, then Do Something, and then Rest. And the whole point of this is basically that it takes you through a full program that supports you to develop, 1, the awareness of what stress means to you, 2, a great and hopefully deep understanding of your stress profile. And then 3, you start to learn more about how stress works in your life and go through different modules in this program that will provide you with the opportunity to develop tools to support you alongside the awareness of what tools you might need in the moment. And that's where this Do Something and Rest track come in. So this is really the goal, is that by the end of this, you'll have an in-depth understanding of your stress profile, as well as a stress management portfolio that you can then test out and start to build the awareness over time of what you need and when you need it and how to support yourself. So that's the tour of what we've got. As I said, there will be things that will continue to be added. Once the doors open officially in February, I will begin a schedule of live events available to you as a member, and every single event will be recorded, so they will continue to be added to the portal. Now, in the meantime, there are other ways to work together, and you will have, as a member of A Place to Be, you will have first dibs access to my private calendar to jump in on yoga sessions or stress management sessions. Okay. I think that's everything that I want to share. A Place to Be is a place for you. I hope it is anyway. If you're already a part of the membership, then you must have decided that it is, and I'm so delighted that you're here. If you're considering it, please know that I really have created this with the goal of supporting folks to build a simple relationship with stress that allows you to improve the quality of your life without having to solve all of your problems first and without any hacks. This really is about coming back to the root of the most important relationship you have in your life, which is the one that you have with yourself, and getting curious about all of the brilliance that makes up your experience. So I've created this with you in mind from my own personal experience of dealing with stress and thinking that there was so many millions of things that I needed to do outside of myself in order to navigate it, and learning the hard way that it's actually not the case and it doesn't have to be that way, and it can be simple. So I hope that for you. So I'm excited for you to dive in, and members, I'm excited to keep in touch with you via Telegram and hear more about your reflections if you choose to share any reflection forums or feedback with us. And if you're considering joining us, please reach out if you have any further questions or hesitations. I would be more than happy to hear from you. And at the end of the day, I really just want every single one of you to make the choice that is correct for you. I know how much brilliance there is in here. I know that people are already having breakthroughs. We have a few members as it stands as the day of recording this who have jumped in during the building phase. And there's already so much happening. People are already completely redefining their idea of stress and having experienced the relief of realizing that, yeah, stress is just something that's part of how we're designed as human beings, and it's not all bad. So there's breakthroughs already happening, and I know that there's some on the horizon for you if you choose to join us, but only if it's correct for you, okay? And if it is, I'll be delighted to see you here. Okay, everyone, onwards and upwards and forwards and through the journey into a place to be or not. Nice to be with you. Thank you for going through this tour, and I will talk to you again soon.